Hi, I'm Daz, this is Carrie. We are married to the music. Thank you so much for all the reactions we've had this week. Lots of likes, lots of subscribes, and lots of comments. So keep doing that. You know, hit the subscribe button, hit the like buttons, and we'll keep going. Particularly popular one last week was the Dave one we did. That was the most popular one we did. So we're going to do another Dave track. Had lots of requests for Dave tracks. The most popular request was for Panic Attack, which I think was from his first EP. Obviously we've never heard this before, so we'll give it a go.
Yeah, our second Dave song.
Our second Dave song. The first one being Heart Attack, this one is Panic Attack, which is from an earlier one. Yeah. So we'll see how this one goes. Yeah. So let's give it a go.
Yeah, I feel slightly apprehensive given the heaviness of the last one, so let's see.
See how it goes. That's good.
I bet them boys think I'm panicking, itching to see how I handle it when snakes start rattling. Calm, I can show you about harm. Put blades into palms, half the length of my arm. I end up in a station and I'm staring into space like a mannequin in Clark's. I ain't panicking, I ain't had a random change of heart. Cash points and cannabis, you cocaine snort if you think I got caught. I'm kicking like a stallion. I lived in a yard and my mummy tried hard for all the things that I wanted, but my money was inadequate. I'd probably be killed by my cousins back in Africa if they knew I risked my hot food and resources every day to dress nicer on a camera. I don't need your input or your managers. Forget him and his lame job. It's been 2 years and you're sitting in the same spot, chilling in the same blocks. Me and you are different. You talk about beef while I plan your route home. I run up in your safe spot and leave the place taped off. It's deeper than a name drop. Real problems don't need discussions. I fear God and not repercussions. I'm only angry at the choices that I didn't make. I don't regret what I did, but what I didn't say. And for this money, I'm on a different wave. That's why I ain't written in his will when I say that I'm on his estate. It comes to arms, well, I got an entourage like Vinny Chase. This ain't shy rap, we don't need a 38. Just 2 young G's, one night pouch and this little blade. And if you lived that day, give thanks to your God, cause there isn't one prayer mummy didn't say. Still wonder what my dad would say. And it's a mess, cause I just wanted us to bond like Sean Connery, Daniel Craig. No first steps, nah, my daddy couldn't see me cry. I'm still searching for the reason why. I was 6 months old at a bus stop, my mum, no home, struggling to get him in like a legal high. We're so volatile, look over the reasons why people die. Man, this beef never sleeps or slides. Man are dying over minor violations. That's why I keep the beef and the bread separate like TGIs. They touch us, we pay them back like it's PPI. Let's ride, get animated like CGI, dead being a hype man. I'll settle for his right hand, you can't buy heart, remember. Hawkeye, you think these undercover cars could get us? Well, that I can't spot the bacon in the passing vectors. Don't you find it funny that I study law and still recruit young fraud stars like I'm Harvey Specter? I'm hot-headed, I swear that I had a dream though. A young fire before I'd spoken with Avellino. Nowadays, music's got my schedule looking hectic. I ain't got a timeline and Travolta with Tarantino. Look, I ain't slacking. It's money over passion, I mean passion over money. Hate this money with a passion. Money's just a paper, I got value in my assets. I got value in my mental. It's me, Fraser, 169 on instrumental. I swear that I'll make it rapping. Even if it kills me, I swear that I'll make it happen. My digital piano till my hands bled, literally. I was smashing keys till my fingers grew callous. How could I fear rappers? I feel words, hear colours, defeat challenge. Give thanks to my synesthesia. I ain't a rapper, I'm a bloody genius. And when I see you, don't panic. Remember what you said on the roads, there's no lacking. I don't wanna see you draw for your boot, there's no time. I'll jump out the passenger side and there's no traffic. Catch you with your girl, your mum, you do the same. So we'll take you to an inch of your life through your chatting. Just make peace. I used to let disrespect slide to make peace. Now it's like I'm stuck in 2 minds to my reaction. Cause my pride and my ego turned giant like James Dean. I'm a mess, right? And if that catty doesn't, the third time with no strings attached like a test drive, I'm telling her I'm cutting in the next 5. All communication breaking down like an enzyme. Seconds, the most precious commodity, I invest time. I was late every day straight for 3 years. Guess that's 2 ways that I could never make a deadline. I was out in Power League, Morbury with Camel in the rain. Hell sleep with my football on a deadline. Scraping by on pennies. Trying to link a jersey on my 85-20 and I couldn't.
So it's like, it's very dense again.
Well, yeah, I think we kind of expected that.
Yeah, I think it's, I mean, we're quite a way through it this time, but it's, in some ways it's quite similar to Heart Attack. It's kind of not stream of consciousness is probably the wrong word, but it's him just flowing. He's saying what he wants to say. There's no kind of structure in terms of verse, chorus, that kind of thing. It's just he's got something to say and he's going to say it.
Yeah.
You know, all the way through the song.
I find it's. I mean, it's with the piano. It sounds beautiful, and I want to listen to everything he's saying. I really want to listen to it, but I can't listen to it. You've got to read the lyrics because it's just too much. It's too much to take in
at one point.
Without, like, I feel like I'm sitting. I need to sit there with a book, like I'm reading a book of poetry, and annotate it as I go through to make sense of it. When do you listen to music like this?
I don't know.
Because it's not something.
It's not background music.
No,
is it?
I know. We had this conversations. Daz is a massive vinyl collector, and the reason you got into vinyl was because you felt like you lost that connection with music, and that we were putting music on in the background. Or once we got iPods.
So it wasn't focus. It wasn't the focus of the thing. It was just on somewhere. Yeah. Not listening to it. But you
so the idea with the vinyl was to get a record, put it on, sit and listen to it, and absorb it, and really, really listen to it. So this is definitely that kind of music, isn't it? I mean, you've got to listen to it because you can't. Well, I suppose people would have it on, and it would be in the background, and they wouldn't be listening to it, and that's.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you put anything on in the background, then it's just there. But I think to appreciate this, you've got to be listening to it. You know, there's no.
And
because it's all about the lyrics. There's not much.
Well, it's poetry to music.
Yeah, there's not much music to it. I mean,
again, like journaling,
like Heart Attack. Again, it's quite sparse. That was very sparse in terms of music, and this is just piano.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's actually playing the piano. He seems to be.
He's talked about breaking his fingers.
Yeah, in this video. So, you know, he's obviously, he's producing all of this, which is also not typical of hip hop and rap music. Is that you kind of produce. Typically, it's created from a beat and then you put lyrics over the top of it. But this seems to be a bit more than that.
This is just poetry, though, isn't it? It is poetry. It's not beats and rhymes.
Yeah, exactly. It's not. It's not rap as you think about it.
No,
it's more than that.
Yeah, it's a lyrical expression of his innermost thoughts.
Okay.
Link 1, squares was a game. Had me all stressed, got finessed by my main, and he didn't get touched. Had me sitting there. Think about my people and the times that we missed. Like, have you ever lost love? Have you ever had a guy that would die so you live in a cage, kept away from your brother and your mum? In my world, you're unsure to the people you can trust. When you lose the only person that was there from the jump, I'm as humble as they come. And I ain't changed from the knife and the cipher to the shotgun shells in a party with a pump. Ask Edom, ask Paddy. With squares, I had strikers, but I'm more like Ebro over Vardy when it's beef, because I hardly ever run. I've got pride. I see man running for their life, get caught. Now they're covering their heart and their lungs with their arms on his ones, because his right hand panicked. I don't even blame him. You seen a man scream while he bleeds on the pavement, guts in his hands, civilians with tissue putting pressure where the pain is. The panic as you fade in, blocking out sound so your body shuts down when your organs start failing. Knife crime dangerous, next day famous. Give it 6 years, they won't remember what your name is. Everything changes when your case is irrelevant. And all the guys who claim they would ride in your name looking lost, them boys don't have half the heart to settle it. I've seen a whole class end up dead or in jail. Ask Scales about times he was chilling with my brother in the chicken shop opposite the entrance to Tennyson's. Everybody's dying, but nobody's rising up a Remington. We've got shanks and false hope, everybody's selling it. You ain't getting rich quick trying to sell big bits. Too lazy to work, so you want to own a business or a clothing line. No vision, you can't cut corners in a line of life. Karma's like the tightest vice, I'm running on my own. CCTV's in your hands, bro, they've got it on your phone. If they catch me going home, looking for another young rapper to expose and probably cutting from the scene. Because with the evidence they gain, I'm getting more than just a soul. I ain't living for the gram, man, a snitching on a cam. If I hit him, then I'm done. But if he dips me, he's the man, I can't win. There's no way I'm handling that. If I run, then I'm a neat. But if I don't, then I'm a fool. So on road, I'm looking happy. But I'm screaming in my head, having panic attacks. They got me anxious. I'm 2 wrong responses from a shanking at any given time. I've been there and done that on many different nights. And that's probably the reason I got many different rhymes. I'm really living life. Thank you.
I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing what he's giving of himself in this situation.
And it's so much of himself. Like,
Yeah.
there's no front in here. This is him. I don't know if that was a live version though. It seemed like it was.
Yeah,
It
well,
was live at the end.
I'm massively struggling with it from a music perspective. Like I can't. I mean, I assume he's got singles, but I haven't heard them on the radio or noticed them. But I couldn't. I just couldn't put this in the same sort of category as.
I mean, it's all about his life, isn't it? And like we don't really have much connection to that life.
I don't want to go through the lyrics and break them down and like that because there's way too much to go through. And yeah, you're right that
there's obviously stuff about living on the streets, knife crime. There's bits about police brutality and that kind of stuff, and sort of being misunderstood from that perspective. Which is not stuff we understand because we've not lived that life.
No.
We don't know. But just to hear someone talking that honestly and that openly,
it's not something that you hear.
It's not something that you hear that much.
And that probably that a lot of people aren't allowed to do. So I mean, if you're when you sign to a record label or whatever, how it goes. So I mean, it's amazing.
Artistic freedom.
Yeah. I think it's amazing. I think he's amazing. From a lyrical perspective, as to read what he's saying and to listen to him saying it and hear the emotion in his voice, especially that if it is a live one, how he feels when he's giving you that part of him. But it is hard, it's heavy going. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, for sure. But echo the sentiments. Really, it's refreshing to hear. Really, I think, especially in hip hop. I mean, I'm not saying that a lot of hip hop isn't real, but I've not heard
it's raw.
Hip hop. This is that raw. That's
the
all about what the lyrics are. And the music is sparse probably deliberately in order to make you focus on the lyrics.
Yeah.
But it's not the side of hip hop and rap that I'm used to or that we're used to.
It'd be quite good to see him I
think it'd be fantastic in a
small venue.
Intimate venue to watch. It'd just be captivating. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
thanks for recommending
another good one.
More. I don't know if we can do any more, but we'll definitely listen.
Yeah, we'll just see. If you keep recommending them, we'll keep giving them a go, and see what we can add to it. I mean, yeah.
Thanks for opening our eyes a bit.
Yeah. Cheers, guys. Catch you in the next one. Bye now.